Every time I spit, I bounce back like a ricochet. Crazy hood coming back to the center stage. EFN told me give it to him.
That's his new name. My cameraman, big up Yubi Gucci, my cameraman. Grumpy OGs, Hannibal Heck, Eddie Giggs, A.K.A. Eddie the Ass Eater. Sometimes.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. A few. It's been a long time. He likes to eat his ass though. I mean, everyone. Listen, by the time we finish here, you know, everyone here likes to eat his ass. I promise.
Blowing bread like crazy.
We will get there. Big up, Beats in the Hood, Boris. Our background sound.
Yeah.
We got some family members in the house today.
Yes.
Yes. And what's crazy is that I spoke to Nas in the club that one time, and we was like, yo, we got to get this for popping. And I thought I was going to do it on a MayDay tip, which we still are going to do it, but it's hard to get all you motherfuckers in the same goddamn room.
Y'all too busy.
But it's all love because he brought my brother Johmpo with him.
Yes.
Nah, Johmpo, thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
No, you crazy.
Y'all veniste aquí a la locura, and we have to speak Spanish.
Oh, sorry. We gonna speak Miami Spanish today.
Si te toca, te toca.
Si te toca, te toca.
Y me está tocando ahora. No sé español tanto.
Dale.
Bueno.
Si te toca, suéltalo.
Oye, pero I've heard you talk English. Yo sé que tú sabes inglés.
Sí, pero prefiero irme para el español.
Like Saya Cruz.
Yo, háblale un poquito de inglés, un English boy.
You wanna listen in English?
I like it.
You gonna do it?
Come on.
That sounds Miami.
Welcome to Las Americas. Trust me.
You want to talk to me?
Sí.
But he's a 1,000 because we are in Miami and 89% of it is in our South Florida is Hispanic. Like, you know, like big up to every other culture. But even a lot of my black friends know Spanish. Like everyone knows Spanish. You understand?
Real. That's
yeah.
real.
But a lot of them know English too.
They just
don't play.
They just know how to order though Spanish. That's it.
That's probably true.
That's it.
That's probably true.
You gotta go to a Spanish spot. You better know what the fuck you order.
That's real shit though.
Listen, I want to get into your project, but I just want to do a little background. You know, saying because para la gente, they need to know exactly who's sitting in front of us, because you know, and for me, like, and I know Eddie, we've watched you for years do your thing, and like you are super monumental to us. Like, forget about it. And you're one of the coolest motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
so,
that. Thank you.
So,
and unfortunately, you're Venezuelan.
Damn.
Oh, I didn't. I'm taking.
You got that right. That shot's fired, Bobby.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yo no sabía.
I love Venezuelans. I love it.
I didn't do that.
I love everybody.
I got no
Quiero todo el mundo.
Okay, I'm not mad at you.
But
You like arepas or what?
No, I'm not a big fan.
Oh man, yo.
Arepa de culo.
But y'all did
Eso sí es
steal
verdad.
y'all stole the flag from Ecuador, right?
Yeah.
No.
That's a story.
Just say yeah.
If you want the story,
Es una historia.
They said
Pero son casi lo mismo.
I never heard of it. No, we're supposed to be La Gran Colombia.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be La Gran Colombia.
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
So originally,
That's why
Simón
that
Bolívar or George Washington, our liberator, basically, he wanted to have La Gran Colombia, which would have been Ecuador, Venezuela, and Colombia, and I believe Peru was supposed to be part of that too.
Wow.
So that was supposed to be a
Peru went
big
to the
country.
white and red.
They were like, "Yo,
We don't want those
cut out that blue and cut out that yellow." You know what I'm saying?
And why didn't it happen? Because he was a dictator or something?
I don't know what happened.
That sounds real Hitler type shit. Because I watched some fucking documentary.
I mean,
he
on
did the
some-
same shit.
Yo, on some liberator tip, like as far as like, you know, he liberated like I believe those 4 countries, and he has something to do with Panama as well. Like he was going like across, you know, South America and Central America doing his thing, bro.
So you just deflecting from saying that the Venezuelans stole the flag from Ecuador.
Well, why are you such a Venezuelan hater? What happened?
For real, out of nowhere. And that's another thing. This on camera out of nowhere too.
No, seriously.
I'm just grumpy today.
You just told me like now. It was like 30 minutes
Okay,
ago.
you're staying in theme.
I gotta stay with
As soon as those cameras come off,
right now.
as soon as the camera goes, he's gonna go wash your car.
Tengo tacos en Ecuador ahora. Hey, we got Johmpo.
So really quick, just give me. I just want to tell, in case anyone who doesn't know, which I'm sure a lot of people do, about your background.
Sure.
I just want to know how you integrated yourself into MayDay, because I know in the earlier days, you know, when Burns was there and Plex, when I think it just started just them, no?
Yeah.
And then it built off from there. So how did you get involved in that?
Well,
I never knew that background story.
Okay, cool. So at the time, I was part of a band called Fusic. Okay, so we were playing like b-boy, like we basically started off playing b-boy tracks, right? Or like music for b-boys. So before
like
that,
breakbeats?
Yeah, like breakbeats, basically.
Okay.
You know, because I come from that culture as a
Nice.
popper.
Right.
So through popping and the b-boy culture, we were like, yo, let's start, you know, a band where like we could like make that contribution musically to the culture. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it was like we're dancing to like older stuff. So me and my boy Felix, Mac, Sanchez, and another homie Johnny, we were like just got together because we're always at jams and we're like, yo, let's just start
What year
playing.
is this that you started doing that?
Bro, this
music?
is probably 2005.
Okay, because you're like 23, 24 years old. You're pretty young, no?
Put a 4 and a 0.
There you go.
I'm
Damn.
40 now.
I got shoes older than you,
Yeah,
kitty
there
boy.
you go. There you
Go ahead, go ahead.
But I'm out there. So through that, we started making our rounds.
Right.
And
Try not to tap the table.
oh my bad.
Thank you.
We started doing our rounds,
Boris is bad.
and basically, you know, it was a mix because we had a mutual friend. You guys are familiar with Rudy Goblin?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so take it all the way back to the jams. I used to watch Rec battle.
Us too.
Because you know he comes from that world.
Yeah.
So he has footage of me battling and I have
Yes.
footage of him battling.
That's
Dope.
crazy.
That's
So that's
dope.
where we came from, you know what I mean? And like we knew each other for years. And then Rudy is a mutual friend.
Okay.
Okay, so at the time we opened up for MayDay. Fusic opened up for MayDay.
Oh, that's,
And
really?
through that time, they were looking, you know, one of the bass player was leaving, and that's when Gio, because Gio used to be the percussionist.
Facts. Big
That's
up
when
Gio,
he
man.
got into the bass, and they had an open slot. They were like, yo, I think Nonms would be perfect for this, you know, this and that. Rudy put
wait,
it in my ear.
They had said that seeing you open up for them, or
Yeah, it was a
not
mix.
just that, but you know,
Yeah,
maybe-
it was a mix of that. It was a mix of like
Really?
Rudy talking about it.
That's
I mean, like,
dope.
yo, I
so
think
you
this-
already, so you were friends with Plex already and Burns, like you already knew that
No,
already.
no,
Oh,
no.
they-
I knew Rudy Goblin.
Oh, that's why Rudy.
And Rudy
yeah, I'm
Goblin
sorry.
knows Rec.
Got it.
Rec joins, and then I joined like, bro, like maybe like 2-3 months later. We joined the same year.
Yo,
Yeah.
I thought you were in before Rec.
No, bro, no.
Really?
And honestly, it was one of these things, bro. I remember like it was yesterday for real. It was like, it was actually Kitchen 305. That's where we opened up for MayDay, and that's where I had the conversation with Plex.
Right.
And Plex is like, yo, bro, like what you're doing, you know? Why don't you come and rehearse? Because we're looking, you know, there's the show coming up, and you know, we want to see like how the vibe is with you and shit like that. And I was like,
That's dope.
That's super
okay,
dope.
cool, you know, like let's see what's up.
That's
And
hard.
dude, I went in there, and I remember they played. It wasn't past the 45. What was the song? Well, I don't remember right now. But anyway, it was one of these things where I heard the song before, and I was like, yo, play that joint real quick. They played it, boom, and I was like, yo, okay, cool. And I was like, you know,
Build
putting
it.
the parts together and all that
Build it,
shit. Because
word.
you know, Mac. Here's the thing. I'll be real with you. I was a fan of MayDay before entering MayDay. I wasn't necessarily a person that was like going out and seeing all these like other bands and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And MayDay would be one of those groups that I would see. So I was a little bit like, oh shit, I gotta like make an impression here.
Yep.
So they played the song, and I was like, all right, let's play it again. And bro, it was like, it was a moment, you know, like as soon as, you know, I did my thing and we all stopped, we all looked at each other, like the band, you know?
Yeah.
And we all looked at each other and we were like, oh snap.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Like, this
And it was a
motherfucker
fit.
understood the assignment.
It was a fit right away, man, to be
That's
honest
dope.
with you.
And
Yeah.
Trouble T was already.
Terrell, yeah. They were all there. I was the last
So you
one,
was the
to be
last one.
honest, yeah.
Wow, that's
I was the last one to join, man.
That's
crazy.
dope.
Yeah,
And for
bro.
y'all don't know who, like y'all gotta look up MayDay.
Please.
Absolutely, bro.
We could do another 2 hours
The
on this
discography
shit.
is crazy, right?
Yeah, I just want to get to mi hermanito aquí.
Now we got Johmpo. Now,
Johmpo.
esto
Si
es lo
te
que
toca, te
quiero
toca.
ver. ¿Siempre te gustaba la música desde chiquito?
Sí, yo vengo escribiendo desde los 12 años, pero vengo escribiendo desde Ecuador.
Sí.
En mis tiempos en Ecuador pues, era difícil encontrar un estudio para hacer música, pero tú sabes, yo escribía sin pistas, sin nada, practicaba con los amigos de mi barrio, nos sentábamos en una ronda y empezamos, te toca a ti, y de ahí a él, todo, así. Y entonces habían los que tiraban algo y los que no tenían nada.
Right.
Pero de igual íbamos todos dándole. Entonces,
Nice.
hasta que hice mi primer grupito ahí en mi barrio, mi primer show.
El nombre de
So, primero era con mi hermano mayor y 2 amigos del barrio. No teníamos nombre del grupo.
Right.
Solo escribíamos juntos y eso.
Barrio Boys.
Ajá,
Los barrios.
Exacto. Algo así. En 2004 fui al primer festival de rap y reggae que hicieron en una playa allá en Ecuador. Ya ahí yo hice mi primer grupo con Omega y así se llamaba en ese tiempo. Ahora tiene otro nombre, es actor.
Right. Omega.
Sí.
Right.
Y DJ Kenny. No sé por dónde ande ahorita.
Big up DJ
So, ahí nos llamábamos los socios. Lo bueno de ese show me acuerdo tanto porque estábamos en tarima, sabíamos muchísimo. Fuimos un bus de mi ciudad para allá. Yo soy de Guayaquil. ¿Y fuimos
qué edad tú tenías?
Te estoy
Haciendo
hablando
show.
como 14 años, por ahí. 14, sí, 15 años.
Right.
Entonces fuimos y fuimos los únicos que nos subimos. Mi productor cogió, se levantó la camisa y se puso el micrófono abajo y empezó a hacer la pista con la boca. Y yo me empecé
Suavecito
a montar ahí,
con el
rápidamente,
movimiento,
tirando,
así,
rápidamente.
You saw it, right? Oye, con lo suave. Cuando tú vas a hacer así, con lo suave. Pero entonces sigue.
Yo no sé lo que hacen en Ecuador.
Nada que tener cuidado.
Aquí en los Estados Unidos, cuando tengo un
Aquí en
micrófono,
la Yuma no hacemos eso, la
Hay que
Yuma.
tener
lo
cuidado.
aguantamos así en América, pero si lo haces así,
No.
está bien. Just say, be careful. You know? Está bien.
Pero bueno, sí, entonces de ahí empezó, seguí escribiendo, pero no había apoyo, tenía que trabajar, luego vinieron más cosas
Yeah.
personales, llegué a Estados Unidos.
¿Cuándo viniste para acá?
Yo llegué aquí en el 2008, de una vez entré a trabajar en un taller de motores, porque de motores de avión, turbina. Sí, porque vengo de una familia de mecánicos, mi papá es mecánico de aviones también. Me hizo mecánico de aviones, empecé en un taller de turbina, luego pasé al aeropuerto, trabajé muchísimos aviones, pero siempre mi sueño ha sido la música.
Nice.
Y pues puedo decirle a cualquiera que viva su sueño, que es una sola vida. Así que si tienes la posibilidad, dale, lúchalo y vívelo.
Si te toca, te toca.
Si te toca, te toca.
¿Y cómo encontraste con Nonms?
Entonces, en esos tiempos, yo dejé de hacer música. Apareció Beats in the Hook en la vida de mi hermano.
I was just about to say, it's gotta be good, my doggy over here.
Yo siempre trataba de tener un estudio, he tenido un estudio en casa. Yo no soy productor, pero me gustaba tener el estudio, me ha gustado, porque si llega un productor, pues, dale, siéntate, yo escribo y canto.
Exacto.
Entonces, Beats in the Hook llega con mi hermano a la casa, y yo había empezado a apoyar a mi hermano y me quité de la música, porque yo no tuve apoyo, así que dije, dale, te apoyo. Y me salí. Pero estoy una vez acostado en mi cama, así, y escucho una pista de Boris, y empecé a cantar, salí del cuarto y lo quedo viendo y le digo, ya sé quién va a ser mi productor. Empecé ya con Boris a trabajar. El mismo día hicimos el primer tema. De ahí sí, yo fui a verlo a Nonms con Boris a un show, y desde ahí yo empecé a molestarlo a Boris, que quería una percusión de Nonms. Yo quiero algo, úneme con él, pero nunca se daba, nunca se así. Desde que lo conozco yo he sido admirador de él. Yo lo vi una vez en un show, me dio la mano y yo, mira, ya lo saludé, ya estoy entrando, decía yo. Y fue bien, una buena energía. Y luego pues apareció Happy Colors, y Happy Colors me empezó a decir, sal de esto, pero yo fui con Boris hasta Beverly Hills a cantar. Entonces apareció Happy empezó a molestarme porque a mí me gustaba mucho el hip hop, pero me decía, oye, tú tienes voz para otras cosas, métele. Y luego armó un evento con Boris, con Beats in the Hood, en la esquina de Abuela, que le mando un abrazo a Fabián. Y Boris lo invita a Nonms, y Nonms va a verme ahí. Fueron muchos artistas que conseguí para ese show, pero yo cerré el show. Terminamos el show, fuimos.
That was at the first Crazy Hood?
No.
Was it? No, or was it earlier than that?
It was way.
Okay. No, that's what I'm asking.
Put it together.
This was an event in Casa Abuela, right? Esquina de Abuela.
Big up that spot too.
Luego terminamos el after party, fuimos para la casa y lo invitamos a Nonms. Llegó Nonms allá a la casa, y yo como siempre quería la percusión de Nonms. Yo sé lo que yo siempre quería. Y vengo yo y él está sentado en el sofá y le digo, tú tocas, ¿verdad? Y me queda viendo. Sí, y cojo mis congas y se la pongo en las piernas. Y le digo, toca. Y él me dice, ¿qué toco? Toca lo que sea. Y empecé a tocar y yo empecé a cantar encima de lo que él tocó, y me dice, yo, ¿tú tienes eso grabado? No. yo tengo algo para ti, llegate al estudio. Y hasta que llegué al
Yeah,
estudio.
Nice.
Y
Cero mágica.
desde ahí empezamos para que...
I think you guys compliment each other. Like if you should have been doing this 10 years ago type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
You know what I mean?
think,
The chemistry is, forget about it.
Energy.
That's what I wanted
energy
to
is
say.
love.
Like, I would say with Johmpo, in comparison to other people that I've worked with, what I like about working with Johmpo as a percussionist, you know, because obviously I play percussion for MayDay,
Yeah.
and a lot of it is like American music, you know, it's like
Yeah.
hip hop and rock and all that stuff. So I have to kind of like blend into that, right?
Especially with the type of music he makes,
Right.
percussion is a key component.
So going back to that moment, right? Going back to that moment that he said, "Hey, man, do you play percussionist and that?" Because the truth is, the reason why I went there was because at that time, as a producer, I was like, you know, let me open myself up, and I had a group. I have a group called Nonms as well, which is Felix, Nonms, Nonms.
Oh, dope.
So we do the b-boy music, and I was like, man, I want to do something in Spanish. So I was like, yo, let me go out there and see what's up. Maybe
That's
I'll
dope.
see something, you know? I saw artists. Then Johmpo came on. And dude, you know, coming from like MayDay and seeing a lot of talent, I was like, yo, this is clear talent.
Yeah, you see it right off the fucking
So I
back.
told him, I was like, yo, I think, you know, I got that song for you. Which
Dope.
actually ended up being like the 6 or 7 songs we actually recorded.
Really?
Because that moment, I don't know what it was. Here's the thing. So I come from Venezuela. He's from Ecuador. And as he was mentioning, he started off in El Barrio, ¿verdad?
Right.
So did I in Venezuela.
Right.
So it was like a lot of like, you grab a conga, you grab a guiro, you grab a bell.
Right.
And what I played for him at his house wasn't a merengue, wasn't a salsa. It was lo que nosotros llamamos tambor, what we call tambor in Venezuela.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, which is what you hear in toca,
Right. I was gonna say
that
same
rhythm.
thing.
Yeah.
So then I start playing it just because I don't know, and then my dude just jumped right on, and I was like, yo, what? So going back to the point that I was trying to make is that he brings out that like childhood, like memory kind of thing, something that I could do with him, you know?
That's dope.
It's not necessarily like,
It's nostalgic and shit too.
it's nostalgic, bro.
Yeah.
And it's something that I could really like as a percussionist. I feel really comfortable, and I'm releasing something
That's
that I
super
wouldn't
hard.
be able to release otherwise. You know,
Right.
which is why we've made the music that we've made.
That's why you meet certain people in your life and do.
Yeah, man. So
why
that was like when I knew, I was like, oh shit, this is different. It might be daring.
Yeah.
It might be, you know, out of the norm, but
Right.
it worked out, and here we are, man.
What it is not is whack. That's what it is. It is not fucking whack.
Appreciate
This shit
that,
is
bro.
high energy. This shit is dope. It reminds me of a little, not exactly, but like the same tempo and like feel that I would hear. Like if I'm at the club and I heard like Pepitas, I'd hear that right afterwards. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the same type of energy. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps the party going.
Yeah.
This shit just keeps fucking moving. Like it's
Yeah.
that type of party. I like it. I like
Thank you,
it a
bro.
lot.
Thank you.
I like it. Toca, ¿no? That's
Te toca.
Te toca.
Y desde chiquito tú
tengo-
oyendo
te tocar.
a hip hop.
Sí, yo empecé con
Allá
eso,
en
sí,
Ecuador,
yo escuchaba bastante hip hop. So, claro, me guiaba por el sonido, no entendía qué decían,
Sí,
pero
right.
me gustaba la
Pero
vida.
entendiste
Right.
fucking bitch y
No,
shit.
eso era... sí.
Eso lo sabía. Son of a bitch, motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Pero sí, desde niño vengo que... También intenté aprender a bailar, pero no sé... Bueno,
No,
bailo
no,
de otra forma, bailo una forma loca mía,
tú eres
Johmpo flow.
un
Pero
poeta.
intenté hacer breakdance, pero no llegué tan lejos.
You're a firecracker on stage.
Well, just to let you know, because this needs to be, and actually, the name came, from the one and only Beats in the Hood. He's known as El Rompe Piso.
Oh, he is rompe piso, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That
that gives you a little bit of like his dance
his
vibe.
character, right. No,
You know what I mean?
If your stage,
Nice.
if you don't have your stage set up correctly, he's gonna knock down speakers and
Some
everything.
shit.
Most probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit, set the shit on fire.
Too much
Yeah.
jumping around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no.
No,
The
not
energy,
at all.
like I said,
Keep that shit
he
moving.
gives the energy out.
He does.
When he performs.
He does.
Like it's crazy. You're like, wow, okay.
He does.
Like when going to a MayDay show.
Facts.
The energy of just
It's
a
live,
live
live,
band type
right,
of thing playing,
right.
and then y'all moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Burns and Wreck, they move, and then you come out before the whole show and just
Right.
Yeah.
show everybody what's up.
But that live element, the
Yeah.
live sound of the music.
Yeah, with that said, bro, that's why like
Forget
when I
about
saw him, I was like, oh
No,
shit,
he
like
has
the
that
energy,
energy. Yeah.
the energy was like something familiar to me. I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, we never thought we would be like, we've done shows now,
Right.
But that wasn't the initial plan either.
Right, it's just
that
to
just
make
kind of
music,
happened. I was like, yo, let me just, because I play the percussion anyway.
Let me tell you something.
Let me release
That
it, you know.
song,
Let me just let it out.
Te
you know?
toca, si te toca, te toca. It's gonna be a hit.
That's gonna be a hit, dog.
Thank you.
That's
bro.
gonna be playing
Yeah,
a lot.
Thank you, bro.
And listen, like I was telling you earlier, I already liked the song. When y'all see the video, it just ties it. Fuck
You gotta watch the video.
It's not what anyone's expecting, and that's why the video is gonna be so fucking dope.
Thank
you. Saying so
Thank
when
you.
they, you know when they you just gotta watch that fucking video. It just fucking ties it. For me,
everything,
it made me like it even more. Right? I already liked the fucking song, but it's the thing is his characters. What you gotta fall in love with both your characters, because when you do in the video too is what if people know who you are, they know what you're doing on that video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was waiting for that piece. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But the who you are matters to me. That's what sells to an audience. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
I can like your music a little, but then when I see you or I meet you and you're an asshole, I give two fucks about
Yo,
your
I
music.
mean, me being in the industry and meeting a lot of people, I feel the same
Right.
exact way. It's
Yeah.
like you gotta be a person
people
first,
person,
a
yeah.
people person first. You gotta
Big
be a
facts.
regular person, and then the
Yeah.
talent comes after.
Yeah.
And sorry, just before I forget, because we're talking about the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Giancarlo. He was the one that actually
Shot it?
Big
he
up,
shot
Sam.
it, and he had the concept.
Oh, dope.
You know, for the video, he was like, I want it this certain way.
Big
I
up
want to
G-Lo.
capture this. I want it to be during the day. I want it to look this way, the aesthetic and all that. It
looks
wasn't
great.
necessarily our idea, man. It was
Looks
his
fucking
on
great.
him. So
Dope,
big
bro.
shout out to the bro,
That's
John
why,
Lowe.
yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
That's why you
Like,
need a good team, because everyone plays their part. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
do you, and let him do that, and that's what you got. It was beautiful.
John Lowe is Ecuadorian too.
Oh, word.
Oh yeah, which was another thing that like
you try to steal him on your side.
that it was like kind of clicked. You know what I'm saying? When he saw that he was Ecuadorian, he was like, "Yo,
That's dope.
Big up to
oh
all the
boom boom,"
Ecuadorianos.
and it kind of
Like,
just
Chucha.
yeah, it kind of happened. man.
Chucha?
That's hard.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Que chucha.
That's another thing, bro. Ecuador coming up, bro.
No hay
Watch
nada
out.
como chocha.
And that was another thing. Okay, one more thing I
¿Es la
gotta
misma?
say.
Chucha y chocha? Chucha's chocha. I like them both.
Chucha.
One more thing that I want to say about Johmpo,
Yeah.
talking about being Ecuadorian,
Uh-huh.
is one thing that really made me gravitate towards him was how authentic he is to
Right.
his culture
Super
and
true.
to how he sounds.
Big facts.
He's not trying to sound
No,
like, you know, a
and-
certain way, or he's not trying to be like,
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
like
It's gonna
getting
be a
the.
Daddy Yankee, yo.
He ain't trying to be all that, and that's
Ese
one thing that I
música
was
es
like,
original.
oh snap, like.
So original.
You know,
It's
coming
like-
from MayDay, obviously MayDay is all about like, yo, we gotta be ourselves. We gotta
Be
like, you know.
yourselves, yeah.
I knew,
So with
I
him,
knew
it was
him
like-
years before the music. I even knew he was doing music.
Yeah.
¿Sabes? Ya yo lo conocí por no sé cuántos
No,
años.
pero
and I'm like,
ahora diciendo que, you know, you
Cuenta.
fell back and you said that
hasta mi mujer dijo, yo ni sabía que él hace música. Hago, yo tampoco, porque hace años que lo conozco, o sea, es mi amigo. So I'm like, and then he came out with my doggy. I said, oh, Nambo. That's your new name, Nambo.
Nambo on the bongos.
That's what I was screaming.
You gotta do that.
No, I love it. I just love it. Y'all both our family as gangster. You're both our family, so
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
this is
man.
dope.
And likewise, bro. Likewise.
And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys' chemistry though, it's just forget about it. Like the first time I heard it, like you were telling me, I'm doing the project with Johmpo, and I said, in my head, I go, I know his style because I saw him perform on not like, and it wasn't even on that type of tip like what you guys are making now. You guys are killing it, and I know you, so I was hearing like, I wonder how that's gonna go, man. That could either clash very well, or it could be flop, right? Like it could be just two. Not that it's two different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you now to be the chameleon to kind of like what you said, bring out what you said about playing the percussions, playing that trombone beat, and then not for nothing, but your coaches are super similar. Imagine he felt that like that and said, "Chacho, I got something for
I
this
would
shit."
say that, yeah, and that's another thing that I think has made this
That's
like
dope.
you know successful is that we're on the same page when it comes to like lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, we like clean music. Something that we always say is that we want to be able to play for
Everybody.
elder person and
A
a
little
kid
kid
could
part.
hear it.
No, you got
You know, we want to
You
have
got
range
you,
and we want to
'cause
bring happiness and we want to bring good vibes and we
I
want to
feel
bring
what Eddie feel. I
that type of
feel-
shit. We want to people move.
I feel this
Straight
song
up.
is one of those.
No, that song is one.
My daughter's
for
Quince just
everything.
passed. That would have been her Quince type shit. Like you understand?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to be like all up in that. You know what I mean? And
No,
Easily.
that'll get the parties.
yeah.
I'm telling you, that beat is crazy. The way he spits is crazy. It's, you know, energy moves with anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Energy is a force, brother. And both y'all have super good energy.
Thank
I
you.
love that. And
Yeah,
good
yeah.
peoples, man. I love that. Like, if you guys were jerks, I wouldn't even let you in this room.
No, yeah. No,
I'm real outspoken
That's
in
for
that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ahora,
Believe you.
una pregunta que quiero hacer es para los dos.
Oh my God.
No. Porque sabiendo que usted... No, this is different. Sabiendo
He's like, por
que
favor.
ustedes escuchan hip hop y les gustan el rap y
La
todo
música,
eso.
right?
¿Qué son los 5 elementos de hip hop?
Oh, come on. I know that.
¿Tú sabes?
Tíráselo tú primero.
Okay.
No, si te lo tiras ya.
You got DJing?
Okay, what do you got?
Dancer, break dancer,
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. MCing.
Yes, sir.
graffiti.
Woo!
That's 4.
You know
Yeah,
why?
that's good.
That's the core 4. That's the core 4.
And fifth?
What's the fifth?
Knowledge of it all.
Give me some.
See, no,
That's my
no,
fucking
no.
brother.
Yeah, man.
If you
How
don't
they-
have knowledge, you can't do anything.
How they come together.
sabes
Yeah.
que era
Oh man, that's
knowledge.
my.
But don't disrespect.
Okay.
That's
Yes,
my.
right.
That's where I come from, man. Straight
No,
up.
that was not we
Evidence.
asked to keep. We asked that because we're trying to preserve at
Yes.
least our culture in an inch. And if
Yes.
everybody can, if you don't know it and you
But
fucking
to
answer
them,
the question, now
no.
someone knows
To
it.
my Ecuadorian
No,
brother
you
right
fucking
here.
killed it.
That don't speak English. He
No.
knows the elements.
No excuses to you fucking English speaking
Like-
MCs. This motherfucker, I will
Yo,
fucking.
I'm
I will
ashamed of
fucking
if you
put-
call
I will
yourself
shame
an
you.
MC.
I will shame
and you do not know the 5 elements of hip hop, go sit down somewhere.
We've had people who
and read a
some
book.
from
Yeah.
a little younger. They couldn't give me one. They're rappers. Say rapping. They couldn't give me one.
Damn.
That's embarrassing, dog.
And they're actually doing it.
Yeah. So don't
like-
call it
it's like
hip hop.
just
Don't
talk
call
about
it
what you
hip-hop.
do.
Call it something else.
Call
See
it
or no?
hoppity hop.
Call it hippity hoppity, but don't call it hip hop because it ain't hip.
It's just. It's
Smell me?
Yeah,
I'm-
man. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
I'm
not
shocked
cool,
and amazed.
And it's not cool to be dumb. If you're a mechanic, study how the fuck all the mechanics did it before you. Their tools, the timing, how much they charge, so you know how much is properly charged. Do your fucking homework. This is
Yeah,
not only
this
about
is
hip hop. It's
crazy.
about life. It's about common sense.
Crazy.
It's about knowledge.
Yeah, man.
Do the fucking knowledge on anything, and you will be better at your motherfucking job. I'm definitely a salesman, but I can't sell something if I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I used to sell Bibles to Jesus until the internet came out. Then he found out you can get it cheaper in fucking Jerusalem. You smell me? Shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, learn your craft, dude. You're
Super
super
impressed.
Super fucking
The
impressed.
ad-lib. Ahora, el segundo pregunta que voy a preguntar
La
Dímelo.
pregunta es importante, man.
es muy importante.
Dímelo.
Importante.
If you're not
Oye,
vegan,
Boris, escucha. Mira,
Come
mira.
culo.
Yo.
Yo sé que el ecuatoriano lo aquí. El ecuatoriano.
Comiendo culo.
Ese come culo.
Comiendo culo
Esa se
empezó
lo voy a dejar a
en
la
Ecuador.
imaginación. No voy a
you already
responder
know,
eso.
you already know.
Eso está.
Mujeres.
Eso no,
Ya
eso
está.
son cosas que no se hablan.
Mujeres,
Y
baila,
Nonms
canta y
is-
come culo.
He's traveled to Canada. You had Canada ass, I bet.
No.
Cold
I'm
ass.
gonna tell you,
hole.
no frosty
Like-
butt. No
no
frosty
pussy.
butt. No,
That
no,
little
no,
nice
no.
chilled booty.
I
I haven't had no frosty butt.
No frosty butt. Colorado.
That mile high.
Colorado.
Get that mile
Colorado.
high.
You had that Colorado frost.
That mile high booty.
High.
It's colder
Oh,
than
man.
two.
No, pero
Yeah.
de verdad, como
No canta,
cantante,
¿cómo tú comes? ¿Cómo tú eres?
entertainer.
Ajá.
Las mujeres te tienen que estar tirando la chocha.
Of course.
Como
Colo suave, colo
Come
suave.
on,
Chucha,
come on.
chucha.
La chucha.
Don't blow, mother.
La chucha, la chacha. Y es blow money, blow. ¿Tú estás casado?
No.
¿Tú estás casado?
No.
Oh, let's
Come
ride.
todo el culo que puede, coño.
I mean,
Yo
look.
soy- Mira, yo sí estoy casado. ¿eh?
Sí, eso no puede comer culo.
Yo como culo cuando puedo, pero yo puedo hablar de esto y ustedes,
que se alimentan
ustedes
bien,
son
güey, se
suerteros.
alimentan bien.
Habla, cojones. Son suerteros, habla. Para todas las mujeres, canta, canta, baila y come culo también, cojones. Let's go.
Bueno, eso lo puede hablar.
Dale.
No, bueno, ok, está bien. Pero
A este-
yo creo que sí.
Mira, este cabrón es sucio.
Yo creo que él es más sucio. Yo creo que él es más sucio que yo.
Cuando está con una mujer, él come. El primero tiene que comer la chocha y después él come culo, chocha y después
No,
le
yo voy a la chocha
Yeah,
primero.
but he starts from the butt.
Yo
and then works
yo
up.
empiezo en la
Okay,
chocha.
okay.
Yeah, not
No.
coochie to ass to coochie to mouth.
Yeah, at least he got a sequence though.
Yeah,
you know?
but if he finds a girl who tolerates that, so fucking
No le
weird.
oye, no le
Good for
oye.
him.
He's-
Yo
he's
voy
a riser.
a la
He's a riser.
yo voy a la cuchingui
Okay.
Y desde la cuchingui hasta el culito.
Okay.
Y después
Embute.
ahí le doy un beso.
Okay.
It's called chocolate kisses.
Ese es gracias, mami. Gracias,
Right.
mami.
Okay.
A
You
ellos le
just
gusta,
been-
porque
you
le
just
gusta,
got ate by Eddie
le
Gaines.
gusta el sabor del
You was
culo
about to
mismo.
do that at a strip club. Yeah.
Ellos se bañan bien. Está bien ensobado. En soap, algo.
Sudar, ¿te gusta
Yeah,
el sudado?
so, sí.
Soap style.
Culo de
¿Te
jabón.
gusta el sudado?
Right.
A mí me gusta sudado, pero tiene que tener el olor de Victoria's Secret Cherry Blossom.
Qué cabrón.
Yeah.
She don't have to be clean. She just has to smell clean.
Tiene que tener ese olor
That makes sense?
de flores.
That's what Eddie says.
I guess at least it's something, you know.
Eh.
Well,
Si se tira un pedo,
depends
va a
how much
salir,
you
tú
drink.
sabes.
You don't drink.
Ese pedo de
Exactly.
Victoria's Secret.
Right.
So you know,
I got a good one for you.
hit me.
You gotta hit him with the EA mints. Okay,
Oh,
so
we got
Eddie
butt
the
mints.
ass eater mints.
Menta para los culitos.
Look, mira, you
EA
take a
mints.
little fucking mint that looks like a fucking masculine tab. You know, I don't even say masculine.
You know
I'm sorry.
the
A little
things
gel
that
tab.
dissolve?
Oh yeah.
You put it in her butt, and it gives it a clean scent and
dissolves,
taste.
yeah.
It dissolves. We got mint,
Se lo
we
voy a
got
sacar,
papaya, we got strawberry, fresa, toda esa cosa.
Man, you're a cool scientist, bro.
Right, and we're gonna call
Right.
it EA Mints. Eddie the Ass Eater Mints. You know EA Sports for video games?
Uh-huh.
EA Sports, it's in the game. We're gonna say EA Mints. It's in your ass. Come on, Nonms. You want a piece of this? You want in? I got you. 2%. Let's go.
Investors.
We only need 1% of women.
Vamos a
The
invertir.
sucias. We don't need. You know what I'm saying?
Ese menta va.
Imagínate, you're in the room and
Vamos a
y huele un poquito. You put
Eso
a
mismo.
little minty in there, and she allows you to do that. That might even turn you on. Like, wow.
En el próximo show
that's
voy a tener los mentas.
¿Sí o no?
Yeah.
No,
En
dead
el
ass.
próximo
No, that's
show,
true.
We're doing it.
If she lets you do some shit like that, then you
Loco, you
know,
only need 1%.
you know what you're working with. You know what I
only
mean?
need 1% of the female population for that. I don't need
La
every woman.
cuatrollanas,
You
guys have a vision,
la
bro.
cuatrollanas and the
Eddie the Ass Eater
Bellasonadas
Mints. Trust me, that's coming to Walgreens
se
soon,
tienen que
bro.
cuidarse
Trust that.
porque
Come culo mints.
Come
el próximo show de Nonms y Johmpo vamos a tener los mints
Yeah.
You heard?
y vamos a comer
Oye,
los cuatrollanas
oye,
en los
We'll
venezolanos.
make the Te Toca mints. We can incorporate that too. You understand?
Okay.
Te Toca.
Oh, te toca.
Si te toca, te toca.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That'll be like the you know, maybe another part.
Sí,
Yeah, the coochie.
Maybe another body part or something.
Yo,
like that, you know what I
cuando
mean?
yo
We'll figure it out. No, it'll be like a lotion. Si te toca, te toca.
Ahí está, ya yo
Eso
creo
es.
que con
Un
un
loción.
Get
video.
it all hot and
loción.
bothered.
I feel that. I like that.
Pongan
We'll
su
work on
video, pongan su video en los comentarios. ¿Qué
Why
más
we
negocio?
sound like we're making a sex line and
Te
shit?
toca lotion. I like that.
Hey, listen, sex
It
sells.
makes
So
all the sense in the world.
make all that, make him
So-
smell good.
So, are you guys just doing like a couple? You try to do an album? You try to do a whole project? What's your vision on this?
I mean, my bro, like
Guys,
we have so many songs right now that are
You
unreleased.
already have two
So
You know?
oh, you got like
So
two albums.
we are planning for now just to release Te Toca.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, by the time you see this, it should be out already.
It's gonna be out. You better be
on
watching
all
it.
platforms. Go check it out.
check
Te
out Te
Toca by
Toca.
Johmpo Anonymous.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
and then maybe after we might drop an EP. We're thinking about that too.
Good
Putting
idea.
some songs together.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
You know,
and then in the future,
the
you
attention
know?
span's a little shorter these days. You know this. So you give them an EP first, feed them a little 3-4 joints. You got plenty to work with. You may have 3-4 EPs. Then you do
I
an
mean-
album with 10 albums. You give them 20 fucking songs.
I think an
The
album.
critique is crazy.
I think an album right now is when exactly as you said, when you have the attention, when you're
Right,
like,
right,
for lack
right.
of a better example, when you're like a Kendrick or when
No,
you're
facts,
like a
facts.
Russ,
When
you
you're
know,
a name,
when people are
a
actually want to
household
listen,
name, right?
you know.
Right.
But for which is what we've been doing is just releasing singles, which
That's
is why I
what-
said EP first and then see if that even happens.
Yeah, that's
You know
the
what I'm
norm.
saying?
That's actually a good. I think that's a good strategy.
Yeah, but a lot of
these
times
days.
what happens, you know, is like you drop an album and you're new.
You get
and,
lost
you
in the
know,
fucking-
exactly.
the
You
shit.
drop 14, people heard 1, maybe 2, maybe 3,
Maybe.
pushing it.
Yeah, just
Right.
give
You
him
gotta
the
be
tease.
fucking
You gotta
fire,
give
you
him
know?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, just listen to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
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 Yeah,
the
it's a singles market
right
for
now.
sure.
You know, it's changed so much.
Yeah, like for married men, you say?
What?
Because Eddie's winning.
Because I know you remember. I know
I
you
love
guys
you,
remember,
Mary.
bro.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm
I
just saying,
promoted singles.
when an
for
album
the
would
radio
drop
station, yeah.
and you would be like, "Yo, who got the album? Eddie
Right.
got the album. Yo,
Right,
let's go to
right.
his crib. Listen to the album.
It
Put the
was
CD
different.
in there.
Yeah.
Boom, and create an experience. I feel like that is unfortunately kind of lost. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
lost.
That's
Like,
big.
That's
There's
completely-
nothing to look at. It's really tangible. We can't even. look
yeah,
at,
bro,
know.
you can't even read the
I can't-
joint. Like
that's-
it's not even a thing.
I'm
you
not
know?
a fan of that shit.
People should continue at least to make a few
Do
copies.
both.
Of
Right,
some
right.
vinyls, some cassettes,
Right.
Mayday, we
some
always do
CDs.
that.
Right. I
Because
was
it's
gonna say, I've seen you guys
nostalgic,
do
and
it.
people gonna keep it as like collectibles.
Collectibles,
You know?
correct.
So
That's
like it's always good to do
100%.
it. You don't have to do 1,000 presses of anything, but
Shadi was doing
know.
that. I think Mowgli was doing that.
Yeah.
I know y'all did that.
Yeah, we do that.
Super important.
Merchandise,
Merch is
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's actually making a pretty good comeback is vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
they are.
Super
Vinyl, man.
expensive too.
Vinyl's coming back, you know,
Yeah,
in
huge.
its own way, you know what I mean?
It's,
But
trust me, it's back
our
already.
vinyls
It's
are
expensive
kind of like
shit.
going out, you know, the MayDay vinyls are, you know, and it's like you
That's
said, it's a
dope.
good collector's item. You
that's
know?
it.
Facts.
For
You know,
signing and all that, it lends itself to it.
You gotta
Yeah.
do it. You gotta do it.
Trust me,
Tienes que
this
hacer
finished.
eso.
They're
Yeah,
using
yeah.
it too.
Porque
That
promoción
shit's back.
es todo.
Guaranteed.
You're gonna have some Johmpo and Nonms shirts.
You do
So,
everything.
really,
Underwear, socks.
yo para cada show yo tengo ropa
Nompo.
una de una.
Nompo,
Porque
nigga.
tengo, y bueno, un saludo para Dani Will, para Blonda Visión, que siempre están vistiéndome.
Ah.
Para cada show, para cada
Nice.
video, todo, siempre
No,
tengo
no,
ropa. También
está
tengo
rico,
un
¿eh?
estudio de ropa en la casa y eso.
No,
Donde
este
sea.
superstar, ya,
Hay
es un
chavo.
superstar.
No, lo que yo he trabajado, pues, cuando empecé a vivir mi sueño, brother,
That's how you do it.
lo
Right.
invertí en mí.
Exacto.
Eso
Entonces,
mismo,
no era
así
de-
lo tienen que hacer.
Entonces empecé a comprar máquinas y eso de lo que hacía. Y como te digo, yo desde chamaco, yo en el aeropuerto, créeme lo que ganaba bien.
Sí.
Y iba
Mecánico
comprando
de
mis equipos,
avión.
yo tengo mis instrumentos y todo,
Eh.
sí. Y bueno, en el video que va a salir de Toca, ahí vas a ver mi papá, mi familia.
Nice. Nice.
Agradecido con ellos, siempre han estado ahí.
Y
Chacho,
ellos te
el
apoyan.
video
Sí,
te-
ellos apoyan mi música. Claro, yo pues apoyan mi música, yo me mantengo para hacer lo mío por acá, mi trabajo,
Sí,
mi música,
sí.
yo para no caer, tú sabes, ellos tienen sus cosas también,
No,
su
no,
responsabilidad,
no,
entonces
pero sí,
yo sí,
pero te
pero
apoyan
siempre. Mi
porque-
mamá, vieja, te amo, siempre te cocina la sopita. Mi hijo, pasa a buscar la sopita. Yo, sí, para
Nothing
que-
better.
yo-
No hay nada mejor que la sopita de tu
real
mamá.
talk, bro. Real
Forget
talk.
about it. I
Grandma
haven't had.
and mom and
I haven't had it in.
Sí, sí, eso es.
Y en este momento regresaste para atrás a Ecuador para tocar la música que estás haciendo con Nonms
Sí.
ahora. ¿Sí? ¿Y what's the reaction? ¿Cómo ellos?
Estoy esperando
¿Cómo ellos-
ese momento.
Oh, lo estás
invitado,
esperando.
todavía no.
Sí, sí, sí.
Estoy
That's gonna be
concentrado
dope.
ahora mismo
Pero
en...
la música está sonando ya.
Sí, ahí está
No, claro,
sonando,
pero
sí.
him.
No, he hasn't
No,
gone.
estoy
know what I'm saying?
concentrado en
That's
sacar
live,
más temas,
they're gonna be
tengo
like making
demasiado,
this, you know?
muchas
That would be
canciones ahí
Incredible.
esperando.
I think that would
So,
tie it
prefiero
all up.
ahorita
Like,
concentrarme
my
en
dream,
eso.
I'm living what I want to do, ¿sabes?
Yeah.
Como tú llegas en Ecuador y no todo el mundo, pero varias gente ya saben
Sí,
la música, y todo el barrio entero. Ese, como tú
Barrio,
vas a
barrio.
sentir como
Es
un rey, ¿sabes? Like,
coño, me
it's gonna
imagino.
be el sueño que tú siempre tenías de hacer música, ahora tú sabes que es real, and it's like, that's fucking beautiful, you know, like the feeling.
¿Sabe que yo le
It's
puedo
super
decir,
dope.
puedo darle este consejo, algo propio?
Yeah.
So, pídele al universo lo que tú quieres.
Ajá.
Pídeselo con
Right,
ganas.
right.
Y no solo con pedir da, sino trabaja lo que tú quieres. So, y te lo aseguro que va a llegar. Va a llegar. Yo dije,
es verdad, es verdad.
mira, desde muchacho siempre he querido trabajar con música en vivo, más que con solo música como ahora. Y mira, estoy trabajando música en vivo. You know, so, también siempre quise, yo
Nice.
dije, cuando llegue a Estados Unidos, voy a ser mecánico de aviones. Solo para, primero fue por capricho, para de mostrarle a mi papá,
A tu papá.
que puedo ser mecánico de aviones, que puedo arreglar aviones,
Exacto.
pero que también puedo hacer música.
Eso es lo que quieres.
Entonces me hice un mecánico bien duro, brother, para que
Nice.
tuve los mejores profesores y mira, salí ahora con música, vivo, tú sabes, vivo mi sueño. No hay nada mejor que eso. bro.
That's
Así
dope.
es, sí,
Yeah,
es.
yeah.
Y tu voz también
Tiene que
es
trabajar
perfecto.
duro.
Pa- El estilo que tú tocas, tu voz es perfecto por eso. I just think it's like,
No, I feel you. I'm like,
what the fuck else is he gonna do? Don't
No,
rap
I'm just
in
saying,
Spanish.
like,
Kill this
you know, there's
shit.
certain people that like. That's one thing. Once again, one thing I've gravitated towards. I'm like, damn, you like.
Different,
You know
man.
what they say is like, bro, you should be able to identify the artist in a matter of 2 to 3 seconds.
Right.
and he's
your
one
first
of those.
two bars. Type
Exactly.
shit.
You're like,
Right.
oh, I know who that is.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, this thing, like, you know, like let's talk about the greats. You know, you got 50, you got like the
All you hear is the beat drop. You know
the
who
Wu
fuck
Tang
it is,
dude,
right?
like, you know what I'm saying? You got Method Man, you could hear him right away. You know,
Doesn't
Dirty right away.
Doesn't E call Johmpo the
DMX, bro.
the
Dirty
DMX.
dirty bastard?
Come on.
Sí, eso
Pac.
fue-
Those were the dudes are like Biggie, like, you know.
You're talking about an era where if we there was more, but if we only had 50 MCs, 50 acts, it was 50 different sounds.
Yo, I didn't want to bring that up.
There
We're
couldn't
talking
be
about
two
some
Wu-Tangs.
hip hop. We're
They-
talking about some
No,
like
but it's
I'm
true.
just saying.
It's youthful.
we're talking
this
about some
era
hip hop.
is-
You know,
it's
some
not
element
the
shit,
same,
but
you know what I mean?
I think a lot of it, aside of like, unfortunately, like, it's a tough one. But I'm gonna just say it. You know, like when I started off dancing, one thing I could not do was bite.
Right.
Was copy. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like that was
You're
like
not supposed to.
That was a
You wasn't
cardinal
supposed
sin
to.
in the culture.
It's
You know
how
what
you
I mean?
grew up. Right.
Yeah, so I feel like in a way that's
Facts.
kind of like somewhat has gotten a little lost. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No,
Not to
I-
offend anybody.
No, but that's
Lot
why it's
lost.
good that
It's okay
you
to say the
know,
truth.
You know, it is
you're
what
not
it is,
doing
but
it.
I feel like exactly, and that's
No,
why I
you
was
know
like,
what?
yo, I want to rock with
his
Johmpo.
own, like he's like
Now this is a different
that's his
sound.
sound. That's
Yeah.
But
that's
even
boom.
regardless of that, MayDay stay true to that to
No,
themselves
yeah,
too.
man,
It's
of
not you don't
course,
sound like
of
anybody
course.
else.
Yeah.
You guys are super original, and all you guys are cool as fuck. Like, how many years have we known you guys? Like, stop. Like, this is
Yeah.
like
And Red coming from the
are
culture.
Who you are.
And Red coming from
At
the
this
culture
point.
as well. Like, you
No,
know,
I think everybody, all
I
y'all,
think
all y'all
Rec,
came
I've
from
always
the
been a
culture,
fan of
man.
Rec since he was young. You know what I'm saying? And then when he joined MayDay, I said, this is a fucking no-brainer.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
Rec is, yo, let's just talk, yo, Rec.
Rec is
I'm just gonna throw
ridiculous.
it in there. Rec is a freaking,
Big up,
monster,
Rec,
bro.
big up, Rec.
He's
That's
a
my
genius,
dog.
bro.
He's a fucking
Right.
That
monster.
guy is a monster, dude.
Recognizes a fucking monster.
Yo, shout out to Rec, bro.
Shout out Rec, MayDay, all
Oh,
of them,
man,
Burns.
yeah, Burns,
Shout out my
everybody.
dog Plex. I
Word.
really wish he
Oh,
was
that's
there
the
rocking
most-
when Plex would be there rocking live. You know, in the earlier days when he was live on stage, all 60-year-old whatever on stage, and he was doing
yeah.
his thing in the corner. He looked like a mad scientist.
Yo,
Like,
talking
killing
about
it.
Plex, and I'm gonna give you this right now. Okay, like, so this album that's about to drop, March 28th, I believe, is the MayDay album.
Dope.
You know, me coming in as just a musician, I didn't know anything about production. I didn't know anything about. I thought it was magic, bro. I thought it was like, you know, alchemy.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason why I say this is because it means a lot to me, bro. To be
Right.
honest with you, is that I was able actually. Plex came back for 2 weeks. He came back for a reunion. I think you were there too, right? You were there at the golf joint. Remember when we went to play golf?
Yes, I was.
He went. We did a reunion for an album.
Yep.
And at the time, you know, I was already kind of producing with Johmpo and stuff like that. Long story short, that night we went to the studio, and he left us with a bunch of ideas and a bunch of things, and that was basically the nucleus to the new album that's about to come out.
Oh,
So
shit.
for me to come full
Brainiac.
circle, bro, you know what I'm saying? To be like,
That's dope.
oh shit, I'm next to Plex, bro.
Right,
like
right,
when I
right.
used to just sit back and be like, yo, this is Plex. Like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? To now come to that full circle moment, bro, it's like it means a lot to
he
me,
the
bro.
goat.
And
He the
it's crazy.
goat.
And that, yo, and he still got it like that, bro.
Of course.
He's still dropping mad ideas. He's like, yo, I got this riff.
Super dope.
Yeah, he's
Well, a lot of
keep-
the stuff that we've dropped already through MayDay, like the
he's-
first 3-4 records,
Yeah, facts.
was like, you know, the nucleus was same. You know what I'm
He's,
saying?
He's
keeping chill out there in
Legend.
Chicago.
He's just a
Yeah,
legend.
Keeping
yeah.
it, you know, nice and cold. Cause
How
Yeah.
about the first two that they just dropped?
Yeah, the first two that we dropped. Well, actually, if you want to go all the way back, was No One's Around. Then we did Black Lemonade. Then we dropped Cold Shoulder. Then we dropped Aim for Them. We also Gio actually produced one as well. Gio did a comeback on Acting Grown.
Dope.
And then right now we're about to drop. We decided this year to drop 2 singles. The first one was
said
Taking
it
My
off.
Time,
He said it
which another full circle moment, bro.
Another full
I
circle.
produced it with my boy
Yeah.
Beats in the Hood.
Okay.
It was him and I that produced that. You know what I'm saying? We
I
had a
know the joint.
session. He came in. He was like, "Yo, I got this thing." Boom, boom. We started building,
It's dope.
and it became what it became. And they chose it as the first single for the year.
To send out 2025.
Then now we have Better Days, which actually I produced that one.
Hard.
You know what I mean? And then now we're gonna and now the album is about to come out next month.
That's
But that was
super dope.
another moment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, if you want to talk
How
about how I
many
met
years?
Boris,
Right.
Yo, like me and Boris met and we had no idea we were gonna produce, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I was just a musician. He was helping out. You remember?
No, I know.
You know all the shit we went through.
Come
Come on, bro. Actually,
thugging.
when we drove from California, LA, straight to Miami, bro.
We did that.
We did that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I believe it. I've heard stories.
So that was those were the moments, and then to like come and fast forward, and here we are dropping a dope single, and then getting the reception that has gotten.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are like, "Yo, this album's gonna be a hit." They're not gonna be on the album, unfortunately, but sorry, spoiler.
That's fine.
But it's fine. It has its own world,
there, yeah.
and it still did its thing.
It's the
So
lead fucking single.
once again, shout out to my boy Beats
Shout
in the
out.
Hood.
Beats
And
in
let's
the
just be real.
Hood.
At least for me, man. Aside of that, this wouldn't be happening if
that's
it wasn't
dope.
for Beats
That's
in the
dope.
Hood, bro.
Yeah,
He's
man.
introduced
Let's just
a
keep
lot
it
of
all the way,
people.
people. Yeah, he's a connector. He's a
the
great
plug.
connector.
Yeah.
You know, I would have never gone to his show. He would have never came to the MayDay show if it wasn't for Boris.
Right.
So
That's
shout out
gangster.
to my bro, yo.
If it wasn't
You know?
for Eddie, y'all would have never known Boris because he brought.
Well, there you go.
Well,
there you go. There you go.
brag.
Look,
I don't brag.
And here we are sitting in the room. Here we
No,
are
I'm
sitting in the
not
room.
saying that playing around. This dude has put his work in.
Nah, he thugged it out.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. thugged it
Everything
out.
he gets, he deserves. He introduces a lot of people from the inception of arrangements. And look at this. Look what's
Yeah,
happening.
man. Yeah.
He has a good ear for talent.
He's not.
He got a
he's
good ear for
humble,
talent.
though. He's not gonna be like,
But-
give me that fucking credit. No, he's a humble.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
100%.
And
You gotta
that's
be
your
just as
brother.
humble,
Like,
though.
y'all, everyone helps each other.
Bueno,
You gotta
bueno,
be just as humble.
everybody.
Pueden ir a
Así.
escuchar las canciones que tengo con Boris también.
Claro,
Yeah.
claro.
Eso es.
No, we got a lot of stuff to listen to.
Él puede ver la persona que son.
And what's
Right.
coming. I'm not.
Yeah.
I know what we did, but what's coming.
What's coming, right.
What I'm seeing what's coming in 5 years from now.
Right.
That's.
Facts.
Stay tuned.
Facts. Yeah, no, but he ain't playing.
That's right. That's
He
right.
ain't fucking playing.
I'm not, I know
stay
what-
tuned.
Tell him last year prices is not today's price.
Facts.
Wait till what's coming.
Oh, you didn't want to beat last
heard?
year? You didn't want to beat last year?
You
fucked
heard?
up next year. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Nah, but yes, it's been
Nah,
fun, man.
it's-
It's been a blessing, bro. You know.
It's a super
And
blessing.
the journey's still going. So
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
another
lot
thing,
more.
bro. Like I said,
There's a
like
lot more adventures that's
to
gonna
see
go
us,
through.
like exactly what I said, like
Let me
to
be
go
the-
from like
let
we're
me-
just
let
chilling
me
in a
be the
van to
roadie.
like now we're like, yo, we're in the studio
Fuck
doing this.
yeah.
and
Yo
blah,
te
blah,
ayudo poniendo los speakers y todo.
Super dope.
Quiero estar ahí a ver la jeva.
Yeah.
I commend y'all like a motherfucker.
I'll be a roadie. I wanna be with the bitches, bro.
God.
Give me
Yeah, we
a
have
be a
some.
roadie.
Yeah, we have some good. That's another thing. Like these.
No, but I wanna go to
Eddie,
South
Eddie
America.
and
Hay que poner un par de.
Eddie and Boris, at least for me,
Tú
man,
vas
they
a
were there
Eddie
in my
and-
beginning as for MayDay. You know
Oh,
what
that's
I mean?
true.
They were
Yeah.
very like, and we cannot forget E, bro.
No,
Right.
We got
E
We
effect.
Can't forget the God body, bro.
Cap-
E.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it wasn't for E,
general.
nothing would be happening.
The general.
So it was very
Salute the
special
general.
to me because, like, for me, like, that was the moment, at least for me, that was the moment when I was like, oh, like, this is, like, for real, like, the industry and, like,
Right.
you know, MayDay was already doing his thing and I was like, oh, snap, like,
Right.
this is my first music video for real. I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Yeah, no.
you know,
shit.
as a musician, you know,
It's been a long journey, man. And then, like I said, there's still more to go. And,
Yeah.
and it's dope that you guys connected and
love
made
it.
a
I
dope
love it.
vibe. And I think, me personally, that joint's is gonna go.
That's guaranteed.
Hey,
gonna
we
go.
have all the joys.
Oh,
I
I'm about
know.
to tell- yo, that's what I was thinking about
I
right
know
now.
there's other
That's
joints,
what I'm saying. Wait.
but this one's gonna
The
go,
start is a good start.
and it's gonna put you up there, and then the other ones are just
It's a
gonna
great start.
give that impulse, and you're gonna keep
Yes,
rising up.
yes.
I
keep going up.
Te quiero preguntar, todos los artistas de Ecuador que tú escuchaste cuando estabas chiquito, ¿quiénes son que te di like the influence? How do you tell who influence?
¿Cuál fue tu
Sí,
influencia?
te puedo ser sincero. Yo casi no escuchaba mucho
¿Sí?
yo escucho mucha música balada,
Right.
salsa,
Right.
eso es mucha influencia. Tengo hip hop, pero te puedo hablar de me influenció hip hop, el rap de Puerto Rico, pero en los tiempos de antes, tú
Right,
sabes,
right.
lo de ahora pues No es casi lo que me
¿Tú
gusta
conoces de
escuchar.
general?
Sí, ajá, claro. Ya a los 8 años me decían a general porque
Right.
bailaba como él.
Right.
Me ponía
Right,
un
right.
gorrito y todo.
Y pum, mami, mami.
No,
Sí,
no,
sí.
maybe inspiration, like not influence, no
Entonces,
you know.
100%.
Sí.
Yeah,
Y de ahí
but the
viene,
voice
sí,
is grimy.
entonces
You know what I'm
viene
trying to say?
eso.
Like you can't
Cuando
fight
salió
that
Tego,
voice. The fuck you
Tego,
talking
mi
about?
respeto.
Yeah, you bring
So,
that out. You know?
Un saludo a Lennox, que también,
Uh,
mi hermano, gracias por la recibida en Puerto Rico, tú sabes, vamos a abrir el show pronto. So,
nice,
entonces, sí, estamos trabajando ahí con más gente.
nice.
Con los cabrones de
Sí,
Puerto Rico.
sí.
Los cabrones.
Y, bueno, imagínate,
Los cabrones.
personas
You hear this fucker?
personas que admiro desde
Chacho.
niño. Y ahora tengo la
Estate
oportunidad
quieto.
de estar cerca de ellos y aprender de ellos para que mucho respeto. So.
¿Y comiste mofongo allá cuando?
Comí la tripleta. Bueno, también mofongo en piñones.
Oh, tripleta. You gotta try
Sí,
that if you haven't tried
The
that.
sandwich, the triple.
Ajá.
Nice.
Sí,
that's
sí,
a Puerto
al
Rican
bar de
Three
la
different
Yopa,
meats,
la
right? It's like
tripleta.
three different meats. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. That shit was.
Sí.
Yeah, it's nice.
Everybody go
Super
for
fire.
everybody go for
Fire.
Cuban sandwiches.
No,
Come on.
Cuban sandwich.
We got
You
ham
had,
and
you had one pig and one cow in the whole country, so you had to divide that, and you made sandwiches with it. That's all you had.
Okay. Y'all stole our flag anyway too.
We said 3, not 2.
Yeah, they really bit off our flag.
Stop it, kid.
I'm not Puerto Rican, so I
That's
cannot
true.
speak on that.
That's true. You can look it up. Google it.
The
Google
original
it.
Puerto Rican flag was light blue like that,
Google-
just so you know. The Americans made it to a dark blue
Google
to
it.
make it
Oh,
more
I
America.
did hear about that.
That I never heard. That's
I don't care.
No, I did hear about that.
I'm
That's-
teaching about my culture, not about your stupid
you
culture.
don't know about it. Google.
I just told you what it was.
Google got it.
That's the original color of the Puerto Rican flag, the light
I don't
blue.
know.
America trying to make it because we're part of America. They made it the dark blue.
Nah, they wanted to be like Cuba.
I don't know.
Mira,
Come
ustedes dos son
Come on.
Yankees.
They
No lo
asked.
saben.
They asked Cuba. Hey, can we have it? But we choose the colors.
They didn't ask. We just take shit.
You said Chacho, of course, bro.
They didn't take nothing. Huh?
You're from PR?
Yeah, my parents. I'm both born
He from
Chicago.
Chicago.
Both my parents are Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
he's not from La Isla.
No, I don't have to be. But my 49 cousins that lives there
Your
still.
49 cousins is true.
Cabrón.
He's from 3 lakes, not La Isla.
Puerto
Santo.
Rican, they Puerto Ricans breed. You didn't know that?
I've been there 100
They
times.
breed like a
PR is
motherfucker.
my heart. I don't care. I love
I
PR.
think Puerto
Ellos
Rican
ellos
Puerto
gustan a
Rico's
cingar y a
special,
tirar
Love Puerto
tirar
Rico.
bebé.
Yeah.
He's
Aside
just
of
mad
the
because he
music,
can't go back to his country.
Yeah,
fuck
I've always said that
what's that
about
got to do
Puerto
with me?
Rico. There's
This
so
is
much,
my
there's so
country.
much
What are you
great things that
talking
come out
Well,
of
now
that.
this is your country.
I ain't from the
Cabrón,
United States of America.
Right. Well, Unite ain't go back. Then.
Okay? Estamos en la Yuma.
You like it?
¿Cómo?
En la Yuma.
Yeah.
So, okay, dale. What's the next move after you become a superstar? You gonna do
Comer
movies?
culo.
¿Quieres hacer película? ¿Quieres hacer
So, sí, yo quisiera llegar hasta allá. Bueno, por eso hago música y eso es uno de los puntos que tenemos con nos bien claros. So, la música que hacemos tratamos de siempre mantenerla limpia.
Right.
So, no usamos palabras fuertes,
Nice.
no usamos drogas, no usamos
Pero
armas.
cuando tú vas a hacer una canción conmigo, va a ser sucia.
Sí,
sucia.
dependiendo
Tenemos
de...
demasiado
una canción que se llama Fly
dependiendo
Tetas,
porque-
¿oíste? Una canción que se llama Fly Tetas. We need you. You can kill that shit.
Yeah, we need you on the flight that does.
Y el UPS.
No,
Una puta sucia.
No,
Una puta sucia.
The UPS is
UPS,
Dominican.
papá.
The UPS.
UPS.
I'm
Oye.
gonna go with the made on Dominican
Right.
people.
¿Quién es esa chica?
Yeah.
¿Quién la baila? ¿Quién es esa chica ya?
Yeah.
A ver, eso no es UPS.
But
¿Qué
flight
UPS? Una
tetas.
puta sucia.
Flight tetas is gonna be the joint right there.
Fly Tetas.
Johmpo.
Yeah.
Johmpo Nonms
We got a lot of jump.
with
We got a lot
Eddie
of
Giggs. Flight tetas.
shit. Exacto.
Lo vamos a hacer.
We're doing a parody album, so we gotta have
No va a
some.
ser el.
No voy a dar la palabra.
¿Qué palabra?
¿Por qué no?
Por ahora. Si se hace eso será algo...
Ok, yo tengo otro que es un poquito más suavecito.
A ver, vamos.
Come culo se llama.
De gallina.
Aquí ya no hacemos eso.
Culo de
De
pavo.
pavo.
Culo de pavo.
Culo de pato.
No, de pavo, de pavo.
No, los patos.
El pavo.
Duck, pato.
No.
Dice turkey butt.
Turkey butt.
¿Te gustan los patos?
He likes turkey butt.
Él
he
le
loves
gusta-
turkey
él
butt.
le gustan los patos.
He loves turkey butt.
I like turkey butt and you like the pavos.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you about the other butt you like, the one with the cauliflower butt.
Oh shit. Damn.
Vegan ass.
Like if I had time, I would do it.
I didn't like it.
but it's bad now.
I didn't touch it.
And I don't want you to leave here with a sour. You don't
That's
drink.
it.
You can't drink this. That you can't drink
I
this
can't
thought
even
out your head.
digest that
Tú
thought.
sabes lo que es un cauliflower.
No.
How you say it in
Say
Spanish?
español.
Okay, no. I'll tell you a better one in Spanish. How you say hemorrhoids?
Ooh.
Hemorroides.
That's the cauliflower I'm talking about.
Oh.
This bitch was on a Harley, my G.
Estaba cerca.
Una boricua en
Shit just
un
got
moto.
graphic, bro.
No, graphic.
Era
No hay tiempo. No hay tiempo.
Era todo el arroz con gandules que estaba comiendo.
No, eso no fue arroz con candule. Eso fue culo con sangre. Con like sangre. Nasty. Eso fue jugo de culo.
Y el bacalao que le estaba comiendo ahí.
Jugo de what's that called? Jugo de what are those things called? Hemorrhoids. Jugo de Hermes.
Nigga, morcilla, nigga.
Nasty.
Ah.
Sangre y
Blood
todo.
sausage.
Sangre. Jugo de
son
culo.
como
Nasty.
barbecue, right? Venezuelans and Ecuadorians, they barbecue too, right? And I like.
I think everybody.
No, because like
Right.
Argentinians do the asado.
That's
like,
the original way
Oh,
they cook.
true.
Argentina's like the big sausage. That's what he's saying.
Pause over there.
This guy.
Big sauce.
Chorizo.
And beats
The
in her like
chorizo,
something like
no,
big
No,
sausage.
no, stop it.
Listen.
You the cucumber bandit over here.
This is the gardener.
Hey,
We're talking
I
about
use
that like
the
the farmer.
cucumber.
You don't want to know the stories. A.K.A. the farmer. Give out your socials. I just want people to know where to find you. If in case they don't, let them know how to find you.
Okay, cool, man. My socials: Instagram, Twitter, NONMS305, TikTok as well, YouTube, all NONMS305.
Gangster, Johmpo. Dame todos los IG y
Bueno,
todas
me
esas cosas.
puedes encontrar en todas las redes sociales, en todas las plataformas musicales como Johmpo. Johmpo. Te lo repito. Johmpo.
¿Esa es otra canción?
Johmpo.
¿Esa es otra canción?
Oh, that's another song right there.
Vamos a hacer esa canción y come culo. And that's a wrap, nigga. 2 joints.
Oye, gracias por la invitación. Gracias por la
No,
invitación.
gracias por venir.
Gracias por
No,
venir.
absolutamente.
Y esto no va a ser la última vez.
Esto no,
Ustedes
right.
van a venir
Anytime you
otra
got
vez.
promo, bring it, homie. You
Absolutely.
know we're here for
Esta-
y'all.
esta
Thank
es
you.
tu
This
casa
is your
aquí.
platform. You already know. Listen,
Gracias.
big up to Nonms, big up to Johmpo, big up to Eddie Gigs, the ass seater. My dog beats in the hood. Big up my dog, you be sitting in the back over there. That's my dog.
Higher.
This is when Haile and Kendall unite over here. That's hard to believe. We
Beautiful
do it.
thing,
Don't
beautiful.
forget the 3 letters.
Don't forget the 3 letters, CHP. You already know. And don't forget, si te toca, te toca. Listen,
Si te toca, te
drop your
toca.
G's. We out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Every time I spit, I bounce back like ricochet. Crazy hood coming back to the center stage. EFN told me give it to him.